Are we allowed to curse on the radio?
Yeah, man.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I only know how to speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with. You know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. What I'm gonna speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all gotta deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. If you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me? I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry, and you will get hurt.
I don't read all the things written about me. I wasn't aware that the world thought I was so weird and bizarre. But when you grow up, as I did, in front of 100 million people since the age of 5, you're automatically different.
Many a nights I cried and called your name out loud, but didn't call you when I was doing good, too proud. And still you gave me love. I wasn't used to that. Most of the people that gave me love ended up taking it back. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you. And I'm the only artist to date with 2 platinum albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Understand
and what did
that.
they do? They sold the company. They invited me into a house and they sold it. Yeah, I am mad. You know what I mean? You're fucking right, I'm mad. I feel betrayed, man, but fuck it. You know what I mean? It's a business and I'm gonna carry it like a business. But my music is still my fucking music. And you play on my music, you play on my life. You play on my life, nigga, you're gonna disappear. And one more time, I would not change one aspect of my life because it got me to where I am right now and I'm in a good place with God.
Faith and fear cannot coexist, and once DMX found his faith, he did not fear anymore. He had a strong distaste for the industry he was in, and the vile things which would go on. He always used to end his shows in prayer.
This is kind of what I call the top of your game picture. I mean, this is...
So I end all my shows, even to this day. That's how I end it, throwing up the X. After I pray with everybody, and then I throw up the X.
Yeah.
I got a huge weight on my shoulders, you know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for my music, you know what I'm saying? And each album has to do many things. Many things. I take that into consideration as I'm recording them, as I'm doing them, you know what I'm saying? I don't take that responsibility lightly.
That was a mark of someone who had found faith. The Bible teaches us to fear not over 300 times, so he was definitely not alone in his battle with fear. Whether it's fear of death, fear of failure, and fear of man. DMX is such a legend. He was addicted to drugs his whole life but never promoted it in his music. Unlike most artists these days who are promoting it in the name of unknown agendas by Hollywood elites.
I think a brother use anything in order to make it. He'll get out there and act like he's sucking a dick, or put on a f***ing dress and have a Boo Bear back at the house. It's all about profiteering at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? As far as how deep I think somebody is. Now the influence on the people could be damaging depending on where they go with it. But to me, a throw up a pentagram to sell 3 records.
But I guess triangles are somehow they represent some kind of secret society.
To an Illuminati thing. And it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done a... Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen.
Prince once said the battlefield is in the mind, the prize is the soul. The elites, once they find out your weakness, will exploit and use it to trap you within their systems. In a world where hip-hop reigns supreme, there emerges a force to be reckoned with. A man whose raw talent and electrifying presence captivated audiences around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of DMX. Born Earl Simmons on December 18, 1970, in Mount Vernon, New York, DMX rose from the streets to become one of the most iconic rappers of his generation. His unique blend of gritty lyrics, aggressive delivery, and raw emotion set him apart in a genre dominated by flashy personas. DMX wasn't just a rapper, he was a storyteller. His lyrics cut deep and resonated with so many people who were struggling with their own demons. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Most people have taken up atheism, or not being spiritual and accepting science as way to live life. We all have free will, but we'll end up paying for it on Judgment Day. Most people sell their souls for fame and success but end up losing their souls to it. But behind the fame and success, DMX battled inner demons that threatened to consume him. From a troubled childhood to a turbulent adulthood, he faced adversity head-on and channeled his pain into his music. With chart-topping albums, sold-out concerts, and a legion of devoted fans, DMX became a legend in the world of hip-hop. His impact on the culture is undeniable, his legacy everlasting. DMX may have left us too soon, but his music lives on, a testament to the power of an artist who dared to bare his soul and speak his truth. This is the story of a man, a myth, a legend. This is the story of DMX.
Yo, I'm looking for it to be the single, because I'm working on my next album right now.
Okay.
Called The Industry.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell everybody what the fuck is going on in the industry. Straight like that. I don't give a fuck who don't fucking like it.
Because I think this industry game, man, is so hidden from you, man. Unless you're in it deep, you don't understand the politics of it.
Exactly.
You don't
These
understand.
motherfuckers offer you gifts, then charge you for them.
Oh, yo.
You know?
What about that?
Hey, X, we just bought you a bracelet. Then I look at my P&L report, and,
Exactly.
you know, I get charged for it. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
I could buy my own fucking gifts.
And I feel like I had something to prove too, you know what I mean? Because at that point, I was the only artist in history that had their first 2 albums debut at #1. And I have 2 platinum albums in 1 year. So I'm like, I gotta do it again. I'm like, all right, like, you know, motherfuckers think it's a joke. Like, all right, I'm gonna show you something. It took me 13 years to get a fucking record deal.
Show me how to stand for you. And I will rap for you, sing for you, reach for you, preach for you, teach for you. I will love you like you love me, unconditionally. And I will always be prepared for whatever the mission will be. Give the nutrition to me, and I'll properly digest it. And when I give it back, I will show you word well invested. And whenever I go, before I go, let me give. Thanks to you, Lord, for my birth, for every day that I've lived. You gave me a love most of my life I didn't know was there. I give you my life because you cared. Amen.
Thank you for watching up to the end. Remember to stay vigilant, like and share the videos.